Hey everyone, it's Jack from Manelli Studio Entertainment, and today I have a little unboxing here from good old father Amazon. And this is a film I've been wanting a very long time. It got released last year. This edition got released last year and got quickly out of print. And it's been back in print since the beginning of the year. It's just I've been prolonging it. And it kind of went on sale, so jumped on the bandwagon, picked it up, and I'm so excited to show you what I got. As you can see, I already pre-opened it. So let's just open this up. Don't want to put you in too much suspense. Boom. John Woo's Hard Boiled. This is the Hong Kong classic version. I don't know if it's getting it, but yeah, this is a beautiful set. I think it came out in November, actually. I think this was one of the first. What number is it? 17. Yeah, this came out before The Killing, before the Better Tomorrow trilogy. This was like the first John Woo thing, and I didn't hop on it initially because of this. I own these Dragon Dynasty versions of John Woo's films. So here's The Killer, and here is Hard Boiled, and I owned these for a very long time. This one, not as long. I bought this like during 2020, 2021, and I got this for $50, so I was desperate to own this. And Hard Boiled, I picked up at a FYE, and this was easier film to pick up. This was, cheaper. If you bought it off Amazon or a third-party website, this was always cheaper. This was the more expensive one. So I had this, and historically for me, The Killer was my favorite of the two, but I just had to get it. The action, the melodrama, everyone knows that Warner in the hospital, such amazing stuff. As you know, Hard Boiled stars Johnny Yong Fat and Tony Leung, two of the greatest actors to come out of Hong Kong cinema. Johnny Yong Fat being one of the greatest action stars, and Tony Leung being just one of the greatest altogether. He's in Yong Kar-wai films, he's in Jackie Chan's films, and he's in John Woo's films. Very diverse actor. But yeah, here's this, and if you want to compare, here's the Killer by the Hong Kong classic. This would be number 18. And the lovely Better Tomorrow trilogy. Here they are together. Beautiful. Got number 17 through 21 right here. So yeah, again, I own these films twice over now, and I love it. This is kind of, this and The Killing and A Better Tomorrow is like probably some of the best action you can find. Anything with a gun, right? If you look at stuff today like the John Wick, right? That may be a little more, I guess polish is the right word, but something about the Wuian violence is nothing else like it, right? And he kind of did it when he came to America with, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hard Target, Broken Arrow is all right, and Face Off is pretty awesome, and his Mission Impossible 2 is totally a auteur masterpiece of John Woo. But Hard Boiled is universally known as the final, mega masterpiece. When I say Mission Impossible 2 is a masterpiece, I mean that is a film that carries on all of John Woo's themes and his actions and his, everything. If you have a bingo card of John Woo, Mission Impossible 2 will get every single one of them, including something like Face Off. And, Broken Arrow and Hard Target, less than that, right? He kind of got more powerful as he went on in America. But then he kind of, dropped off with Paycheck and Wind Talker. And Then he went back to Hong Kong and did the Red Cliffs films, and those are great. Those are great, but there's something special about these old Wuian films, and I do want to pick up Once a Thief and A Bullet in the Head. I especially want Bullet in the Head. They say it's basically his Deer Hunter, and I love Deer Hunter, so that's one thing I like about John Woo. Like he's very inspired by Western media, right? You know, he has The Killer is his version of La Samurai. Hard Boiled here is his John McClane, you know, Dirty Harry film. Like I just, you know, love that he's just not, you know, influences by insular things, right? All my favorite filmmakers have a wide range of taste, and it really inspires me to have a wide range of taste myself. Not just watch American blockbusters, but also watch, you know, Hong Kong blockbusters. But, you know, also, you know, lower key films, right? Because John Woo is very much a fan of the melodramas, and he, you know, those are amazing as well. I don't know if I would call them melodramas, but Yang Kar-wai films are not thing like this, but they are equally awesome. So yeah, here it is, Hard Boiled. Let me open it up for you. It's open. So just like the Killer box set, it drops out like this. Boom. And has a beautiful 4K with the box art. And open it up. Whoa! I believe if you go back, I opened the Killer on camera. That happened as well. It's a 3-disc set. Very nice. Oh, this one also fell. Not good. Not good. Shout Factory, come on. What are you doing? But yeah, I got 3-disc. 1, 2, and 3. That's 1 4K and 2 Blu-rays. The special features, you know, audio commentary with John Woo, audio commentary with Frank Judgine, audio commentary in an old one. John Woo and Roger Avery. Wow, Roger Avery. But that's old. That's, I think, on the other one. A ton of stuff, right? It's a beautiful stuff. If you want to know, look there. You know, I love special features like everybody else, but I'm here for the film, right? Does the film look good? And then here's a booklet. I like booklets because, you know, a history of violence. You know, look at that. Oh, God. Beautiful stuff. You know, everyone, you know, remembers when you see Chow Yun-fat, you know, coming in the warehouse, and he's awesome stuff. Edgar Wright says this is the greatest action film of all time. And I'm pretty, you know, it's pretty hard to disagree because, you know, when you ask someone like James Cameron what the greatest action film is, and he says something like Die Hard, which Die Hard is a masterpiece. But when it compared to the Wuian films, this, A Better Tomorrow, The Killer, like the ending of The Better Tomorrow 2 is one of the greatest endings in action cinema. I don't care what anyone says. That is one of the greatest endings. So when James Cameron, the man, says, oh, Die Hard is the greatest action movie, I'm just like, it's great. It's a masterpiece. But if we're talking just action on action, pound for pound, you know, that's probably, you know, I don't want to say, you know, more fun than this, but, you know, I'm an English speaker, native English, can't speak Cantonese, right? So I get a lot of things out of something like Die Hard, and there is great action in it. There's great characters in it. So that is a great film, you know, the great filmmaking, great screenplay, Lethal Weapon, you know. But something about the John Woo films that we can't replicate, heck, John Woo can't replicate. And this time period, this film was at the peak of that. It's his masterpiece. Again, it's maybe not my favorite. Maybe when I rewatch it, maybe it will be my favorite. I just love The Killer so much. I love A Better Tomorrow so much. And I love, you know, I have this kooky, fun love admiration to A Better Tomorrow 2 because it's such a Frankenstein monster of a film that has like this leap of time and cuts. And I'm not talking about the work print. I'm just talking about the original cut. And I just love that ending. Love that ending. But this has a great ending too, right? And something like Face Off, amazing ending, right? Amazing ending. John Woo's great ending. Mission Impossible 2 has a great ending. And people forget, that was like the #1 film the year it came out, Mission Impossible 2. So people hate on it now, but like back then, people ate that stuff up. So yeah, Hard Boiled. I just keep wanting to say Hard Target. Hard Boiled. You got to pick it up on Amazon and on the Groove. It's pretty affordable now. It used to be like $50. Now it was like 45, 40, 43. It fluctuates. So I saw it was going back up, and then I was like, I bit the bullet, and I'm happy I did. So a couple of channel updates after that. I got a few reviews in the work. I reviewed the film The Hit. It's a 1984 film starring John Hurt and Tim Roth and Terrence Stamp. It's like a English gangster film. Great stuff. If you're into things like Mona Lisa or The Long Tomorrow, right up your alley. Same director as High Fidelity and The Grifter. I can't remember the gentleman's name. I also got a review on True Romance coming out, and I can't wait to show that review because I love that film so much. Spoiler. But it is. And I'm working on a Pulp Fiction review, but that's going to be a little harder for me because I got to figure out what I want to say. I just don't want to make a review for you guys just to have it. I got to have something to say. Even if I don't have something to say, I got to pretend I got something to say. but Pulp Fiction is in the works, and I'm trying to go through Tarantino's stuff. So I'm going to be doing, Jackie Brown, The Kill Bills, to Dusk Till Dawn, and even Natural Born Killers, which he, again, disowns, but still kind of part of his canon in my mind. And interesting film. Very interesting film. And it definitely is a compliment to something like True Romance. Like a lot of the same DNA is in both those films. So, yeah, I don't want to ramble too much longer. I don't know how long this video is going, So, if you don't know already, I'm Jack from Manelli Studios Entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to hit that subscribe button because you want to see videos like this and you're excited for the other videos I talked about. Comment down below your favorite John Woo film. Is it Hard Boiled? Is it The Killer? A Better Tomorrow? Wind Talker, whatever it's called, Nicolas Cage? Let me know down below and hit that thumbs up because you care. With that being said, again, I am Jack from Manelli Studios Entertainment saying, keep watching movies.